As far as our where it is, unit number 3. One moment, please. So here we're trying to. Very good morning. We're trying to complete unit number 4 or 3, I think it is. So unit number 3 today. So look at this. Asymmetric key crypto systems. Asymmetric key crypto systems are going to be completed today. So RSA as discussed, and then Diffie-Hellman has discussed, and today Elgamal, the last and final algorithm for asymmetric key cryptography will be Elgamal. So let us discuss today, and we'll wind up unit number 3 as well today. So Elgamal is a public key crypto system which was named after Tahir Elgamal, and he is from Saudi Arabia. So this person is from Saudi Arabia, and he is taken the inputs from RSA algorithm. So RSA algorithm, and has implemented this particular thing, and it's also taken some kind of inputs from Diffie-Hellman also. Okay, DH key exchange, Diffie-Hellman also key exchange. So this by taking these two different kinds of previous asymmetric crypto systems, so he has implemented this one. So far we have been taken into consideration that so only if you consider any public key, so any public key can be considered by you. It is only one key, only one particular value which is being generated. Any private key which is being taken into consideration, that is PK, it's also be one key or one value which has been taken into consideration while generating the key. And secondly, ciphertext. So whatever the ciphertext you have been considered here so far, so it is also only single value. Only one particular value has been taken into consideration in terms of so all other applications are all other crypto systems here. But here, strangely, it is being generated. It is being generated. Public key will be 3 different types of values are going to be generated. Of course, private key is a single one only. And the ciphertext is again 2 different types of values which is being generated here. That is the importance of this particular crypto system, and which is very important to be learned. And it will be the one of the important questions in our final examinations also. Okay, and very importantly, this Elgamal crypto system is based on discrete logarithms. Okay, discrete logarithms, it will be taken into consideration. Some x will be equal to so y power z modulo division p, something like this. Yeah, mod some p, something like this. It could be taken into consideration. This is what this equation is called as discrete logarithms. So you may be asking me where exactly log will be. So discrete logarithms, there is no log operation. So straight away, so modular division operation will be gets operated on polynomial. This is actually polynomial. So that is why it is called as discrete logarithms. And of course, already I told you that this is a Diffie-Hellman key exchange protocol. Whatever the protocol, whatever the form which has been operated in Diffie-Hellman, same kind of so equations are being taken into consideration, but somewhat in different way. So that is the specification to be considered by Elgamal. And Elgamal could be always taken, so prime number group. This is a prime number group where P must be a prime number. So here we have taken into 2 prime numbers or 2 P's. So small p will be considered as a prime number. Capital P will be plain text. You please remember this. Capital P will be the plain text, and small p will be the prime number or private key, something like that. So now, not exactly private key, it is public key. Sorry, it is public key. Okay, you please remember capital P in the sense plain text, and small p will be one of the plain public keys which is being generated by the recipient. Okay, And it does have normally all asymmetric kind of things. It does have three different kinds of operations will be there in all asymmetric. Number one is key generation. Key generation will be two parts. One is public key generation, and second one is private key generation. It is obvious, and it could be there for us in any asymmetric crypto systems here. And second one is encryption operation, how encryption can be done. And third one is decryption operation, how decryption can be done. So these are the three portions where exactly we do have with Elgamal as well. Okay, let us see what is how the key will be generated, and what will be the public key, and what will be the private key, and what is encryption operation, and what is a decryption operation, followed by algorithms and followed by example. Let us see. So here, Alice and Bob, these are the two parties are trusted principals who are communicating with each other. Bob will be the recipient and Alice will be the sender. So here, Bob will be the recipient and Alice will be the sender. So before going to send the data, Alice must receive some public key from Bob. So that is the general criterion from asymmetric crypto systems. Okay, asymmetric cryptography. So the recipient must be generate his or her public key, and it will be placed onto insecure channel so that the sender will be sent. So it's his plain text or her plain text in terms of cipher mode. Okay, how it could be done? Let us see. So here, key generation part will be taken three different types of operations. Operation number one will be, he must be select so p value, which is very large prime number, and he's also select so E1, so which is a primitive root or partial public key value, here, and then he's also select a random value that is D, and D also. So D also partial value. It is private key actually. It is private key, but it is random value. But it is it would be considered as random value here. Based on that second portion of a public key, E2 will be calculated. So E2 will be equal to E1 power D modulo division P. Okay, this is the formula which is going to be taken into consideration by generating second part of the public key here. First part will be E1 and second part will be E2, and of course P must be agreed by both parties because it is a prime number which could be known to everybody. Okay, so first part will be E1 and second part will be E2. E1 will be directly considered by the recipient, and E2 must be calculated. E2 must be calculated with his private key. Private key is the secret key will be this one D here. Okay, E1 power D modulo division P will be E2 value. So this total thing will be sent to that is the other sender here, E1, E2, and P. So this whole thing will be called as public key. Three different types of values will be there here. Okay. Based on E1, E2, and P, so Alice maybe create the cipher text by taking one value that is a plain text. Already I told you capital P will be plain text. Okay. So here, what exactly he will be selected? She will be selected here in the sense, she must be select a random value R. A random value R will be selected. Then ciphertext 1 will be, so already I told you, ciphertext are two different types of ciphertext are being sent by the sender here. That is the specialty of this particular Elgamal crypto system. So intruder cannot understand what is being happening here. Okay, intruder cannot be understand because two different types of values have been sent through the insecure channel, so that intruder cannot understand which is the actual plain text. So that is the power of this Elgamal crypto system here. However, so she must be selected a random number that is R, and cryptographic value or ciphertext 1 has been calculated something like this, E1 power R modulo division of P, because P is agreed by both Bob and Alice, sender and recipient. So P will be known to everybody. Okay, so that because that is a prime number which is known to everybody. So C1 will be calculated like this, and then followed by C2 will be equal to E2 power R, because E2 is there with the public key. So therefore, E2 power R into P modulo division of small p, that is prime number. Okay, based on this one, so it has calculated and sent this information to, the ciphertext C1 and C2 both will be sent to the recipient here. C1, C2 will be called as ciphertext. And what exactly Bob will be do, or recipient will be do? Recipient will be calculate something like this by taking his secret key. His secret key will be D. His secret key will be D here. So by taking this particular D, how you will calculate it here in the sense, P will be equal to C2 into C1 power D whole inverse modular division of P, which is leads the plain text back here. Okay, which leads the plain text back here. So I'd like to repeat the same process one more time, because so understanding of this particular thing is very important here. So Bob must be generated because he is the recipient. Because of a recipient, so he must be generate public key here. In public key, totally 3 different types of values are available. So partial public key 1, and second partial public key 2, and then a prime number P. This is a prime number. So 3 different types of values must be forwarded to the sender here. How this could be calculated and how this could be forwarded to the Alice here. Alice or sender here. So he must be choose one particular value which is a prime number, and a very large prime number can be taken by the recipient. And then he's also take one more or choose one more value which will be the primitive root of P. Primitive root of P. And he will be also chooses one more value. 3 different types of values must be chosen by the recipient. One is a prime value, second one is a primitive root, otherwise a partial public key, and third one is the private key, which is being kept with the recipient only. Then second part of public key will be E2 will be equal to E1 power D modulo division of P. In this way, he has to calculate E2. And finally, E1, E2, P will be sent to the sender or Alice. And Alice will be always do, these are the 4 operations which could be done before going to receive any ciphertext from the sender by the recipient here. 4 operations. And 5th operation will be at sender side. This is 5th operation. She must be selected. So one particular value, which is R. And based on that, 2 different types of ciphertext are being selected here or calculated here. C1 will be equal to E1 power R modulo division P, and C2 will be equal to E2 power R into whatever the plain text she may be communicated with the recipient modulo division of P. So this is 5th operation, 6th operation, and 7th operation. Obviously, we could get C1 and C2 will be ciphertext, which is being calculated by Alice, and this 2 will be forwarded to the recipient or Bob. And Bob will be get back the plain text in such a form here. So this is the C2 into C1 power D inverse modulo division P. So here the point will be calculation of this one is inversion is very, very, very important. But remaining everything is okay because everything is multiplication only, multiplication and modulo division. Everything is okay. This particular portion will be very, very, very important. Let us see in an example. Okay. So this operation could be done by taking the consideration of the value, the secret key, the private key D here. So this is whole crypto system, ElGamal crypto system, which is being operated here. Okay. And the same thing will be depicted in terms of algorithms. So has selected a very large prime number, that is P, and D must be the member group of G will be equal to so this particular group, and where we have to select something like this: 1 less than or equal to D less than or equal to P minus 2. Okay, where P will be a large prime number. Okay, and then select E1 to be a primitive root, which is also taken from the same group, same particular group in the sense. So the elements which are available within this particular ZP will be So ZP will be, for example, P will be equal to, for example, a prime number 11 or a prime number 23, something like that will be taken. What are the values here is, so 1, 2, so 3, and so on, and so on, up to P minus 2. P minus 2 in the sense 9. Okay, these are the values. For example, P will be equal to 11. Okay, P will be equal to some 997. So up to 996 are the values of this particular ZP here. So that is the meaning of this ZP star. ZP star in the sense based on the consideration P value, prime value. So it has been generated here. Okay. So we will also select one of the values of P, which is primitive root in the sense. So whatever the value of P, so this particular P value must be co-prime to E1 here. So that is what also been considered as primitive root of this particular so group here. After that, so calculates E1 will be equal to E2 will be equal to E1 power D modulo division P. It will be get some particular value, some particular integer value. Send these values as public key. E1, E2, and P will be public key, and private key will be always kept with the recipient, so it could not be shared to anybody. And finally, return the value of public key and the value of private key. Private key will be always there with the recipient here, and the public key will be placed into the unsecured channel. Okay, this is the point where exactly we need to consider for so algorithm key generation. And obviously, so algorithm encryption algorithm will be taken four different types of parameters. First one is public key, E1, E2, and P, the prime number P, and whatever the plain text which is being taken into consideration by the sender to send to the recipient here, that is the plain text here. And select a random integer. Again, it could be selected from the same. As I said just before, if P will be equal to, for example, it is 23, for example, then ZP or Z23 will be equal to, so 1, 2, 3, and so on, so 21, and so on up to 21. So these are the values which have been taken into consideration by this particular group. Out of this, we have to select one value as R. One value as R here. And C1 will be equal to here, as I told you, so two different types of ciphertexts are being selected here. One is C1 is equal to E1 power R modulo division P. It could be get some particular value. And C2 will be equal to plain text P into E2 power R modulo division P here. So these two will be calculated and these two will be sent to so ciphertext, and which will be sent to the recipient. Okay. And then followed by what exactly decryption can be done. Decryption can be taken again four different types of parameters. First one is his private key or the recipient private key, and agreed prime number, whatever the prime number they have agreed, and the ciphertext 1 and ciphertext 2. Okay. So here we have to calculate it. So P, plain text P will be equal to C2 into C1 power D whole inverse modulo division P. So if you operate this particular operation, then you could get so the plain text back here. So you have to return the P, and there ends the matter. So decryption and encryption operations are very simple. Of course, by looking into the number of statements, so it is very simple. But while operating by taking some kind of numbers or integers, it could be somewhat difficult. And intruder can also not understand. So either C1 is actual ciphertext or C2 is actual ciphertext. He could not understand. So that is the problem. Okay. Let us see a small example. Let us see a small example. Example will be Bob, the recipient. So he's trying to perform some key generation operation. So look at this. He was considered P as 11, and the primitive root 2 will be considered as 2, and then D will be the private key. D will be equal to 3. Then followed by E2 will be calculated something like this. So E1 power D modulo division of P. So 2 power 3, that is 8. 8 modular division of 11 equal to 8 only. 8 modulus of so 11. So 8 mod modular division of 11 will be equal to 8 only. So if you divide 8 by 11, so then the remainder will be 8 again. So that is the value. Now the public key will be so P1, P2, and sorry, E1, E2, and P. E1 is value of E1 is 2, and E2 value is so this is 8, and P will be 11. It has been generated and can be sent to so Alice. Now Alice can be performed. Of course, private key will be D, that is 3. So Alice can be performed encryption by taking the values of the public key here. This public key has been taken by Alice here. What actually Alice will be considered here? Alice has been chosen one value as 4, okay, random value 4, and she wanted to communicate with Bob as 7. Wanted to send a value 7 to Bob here. Then how it could be calculation? Look at this. C1 equal to E1 power R modulo division of P. That is, so E1 in the sense, what is the value of E1? 2. 2 power 4. 2 power 4 is 16. 16 modulo division of 11 will be equal to 5. Okay, of course, modulo division is not required here. This modulo division is not required here actually. So E1 value is 2. So the value of E1 will be 2. 2 power R is 4. So 2 power 4 will be 16. 16 modulo division of 11 equal to 5 here. So that is the operation here. Then followed by C2. So P into E2 power R modulo division of P. What is the value of P? So that is 7. 7 into what is the value of D here? Sorry, E2 here. E2 is 8. 8 power 4 equal to 4096. 8 power 4 equal to, if you have any question, then I would like to show you whether it is 4096 or not. Let me show, yeah, it's been occurred. So 8 power 4 will be equal to 4096. So the value will be 4096. 7 into 4096 will be into 7 will be equal to 28,672. Modulo division of 11 will be equal to 6. The value of thing is 6 here. Of course, here modulo division of 11 is not required actually. I have written, there is no problem at all. If you written or not written, there is no problem at all. So C1 will be equal to 5 and C2 will be equal to, so 6 here. C1 will be equal to 5 and C2 will be equal to 6 here. So this ciphertext will be sent to Bob back. So Bob will be operated the decryption operation. So how it could be operated here? Let us have a look here. So here the decryption operation is C2 into C1 power D whole inverse modulo division P. So where C2 will be equal to 6 and C1 is equal to 5 power D. What is his private key? 3. 3 will be taken here. So 5 cube whole inverse modulo division of 11 here. Now calculation of this one is very, very important. Calculation of this one is very, very important. Let us do separately. So look at this. 5 power 3 whole inverse modulo division 11 will be calculated. 5 power 3 in the sense that is 5 into 5 into 5, 125 inverse. So modulo division of 11. Many people will confuse that. So x inverse x power minus 1 will be taken as 1 by x. So here it is logarithmic operation here. 1 by x cannot be taken into consideration. You need to, instead of minus 1, you need to calculate or you need to identify there is a specific value which could be, I mean, let me take the second statement here. So some value x, some p into, otherwise some q into x modulo division of 11 or modulo division of p will be equal to 1. So instead of inverse, you have to multiply with the unknown value. So after getting this particular whole multiplication, modulo division of 11 must be gives you 1 here. Okay. In such a way, you have to identify the value of x here. That is the point here you need to understand. So if x will be equal to 3, so 125 into 3 modulo division of 11 equal to 1. Okay, so how it could be, let us have a look here. 125 into 3, that is 375. 375 divided by 11 will be so 34.09. You have to eliminate 34 from this one, and again into 11. So what is the value here? Modulo division. How could you identify modulo division in the sense? So 125 into 3, 375 divided by 11. Okay, eliminate the integer part from this one. Elimination in the sense minus 34. Okay, 34 can be eliminated here, and then again multiply with same divisor. Then you could get the modular division here. Okay, modular division. Already mod is there. Let me operate this one again. This one here, it could be get 1 here. Okay, so 375 modulo division. Here is a modulo division. So 11 will be equal to 1 here. Yes, you got 1. Whatever the operation I did and whatever the actual operation mod, both are same. Okay. So therefore, you need to consider this is the value. After taking this particular integer, then it will be leads to 1 here. So this is a logarithmic approach here. Okay. Then hence 5 cube whole inverse mod 11 will be equal to 3 here. Okay, instead of 5 cube whole inverse mod 11, so I'd like to substitute as 3. Okay, 6 3s are 18. 18 modulus of 11 will be equal to 7. Okay, so this is actual plain text what exactly Alice has been considered, and this plain text has been so coming back here. So here you need to understand one particular point. The point will be, so inverse will be calculated in such a form here. Inverse will be calculated. So value of, let me say, so x inverse modulo division. So P will be taken into consideration by you. What exactly you need to identify? So x into some Q modulo division of P must be equal to 1. When this could be taken into consideration, then the answer of this particular inverse of modulo division P will be equal to Q here. This is the specific answer. Okay, answer of that particular inverse value. Okay, so based on that, you got this particular explanation. Okay, this is what the Elgamal crypto system. This is what the Elgamal crypto system, and based on this particular Elgamal crypto system, yes, you can calculate or you can transfer the data which is being transmitted over insecure channel. Okay, this is what today's lecture. Okay, so still I did not send any information to you. I mean any PPT, something like that. I will send you 2 PPTs are prepared by me. Both PPTs will be sent to you. So you have to prepare well. Okay. Thank you. Today, total 11 people are there. Okay. I appreciate. No. 10 people are there. I appreciate you. Okay. However,